Good morning, students. Happy fifth week of virtual science, Mr. Kohler's class. Take a look outside. It's a beautiful day. I thought today we talk about the Mesozoic and Cenozoic era. So if you look at your notes here, we left off at the end of the Paleozoic era. And you remember it's broken up into periods. And at the end of the Permian period, we had a mass extinction. Okay, 90% of all this species in the world went extinct. So we now bring into the go into the Mesozoic era. Mesozoic literally means middle life. The dominance of the reptiles and the dinosaurs. So this is where the dinosaurs take over. We have this mass extinction. What's left over is a vacuum, and the dinosaurs kind of fill in that vacuum, and the reptiles take over the earth. So Mesozoic means middle life. Began with the breakup of Pangea. In the middle of the Mesozoic, we see the development of the first mammals. So, in the Mesozoic, the mammals are not dominant at all, but we do see them evolve. They are more of kind of scavengers. They pick up the pieces underneath T Rex. When T Rex eats food, they're like the raccoons that eat up after them. So, in the middle of the Mesozoic, we see the development of the first ancient mammals. We see ancient sea animals and flying reptiles like a Scaphonathus chrysoceros, a reptile that you put together in class. So the Mesozoic era, we know, we'll take a look at here at a picture of the Mesozoic. We see some sauropods and theropods. We see Stegosaurus. We see long-necked dinosaurs. We see, when it comes to plants, we see the development eventually in the Mesozoic of the first flowers and fruits. But at the beginning, they're mostly ginkgos and conifers and fern forest. At the end of the Mesozoic, we all know what happens. We have a large meteorite that hits the Earth, changes the Earth, and the dinosaurs go extinct at the end of the Mesozoic era. And that's where we pick up the Cenozoic era. The Cenozoic era is the era we are in right now. It means recent life, started 65 million years ago at the end of the dinosaur age. And at this era, we had the dominance of the mammals. At the end, we see lots of ice ages. Ice comes and goes, glaciers come and go. We see the evolution, at least at the beginning of the Cenozoic, of huge mammals, very, very large mammals. And at the end of the era, we see us. Okay, we evolve in the Cenozoic era. At the end, we see the first humans in the fossil record about 150,000 years ago or so. So the Cenozoic, we have what we call recent life. This is the era we're in right now. And if you see a little picture here of the Cenozoic, this would be maybe at the tertiary period. We see very large rhinoceroses in the picture. We see some lemurs in the upper right-hand corner. Some very, very large mammals. Think of the movie Ice Age. A lot of those mammals were at the middle of the Cenozoic era. And we know a lot of these animals evolved into the current animals we have today. Look at the picture in the bottom left. We see something that kind of resembles a fox. We see the big double horned rhinoceros. In the background in this picture, we see things that will evolve into the modern pigs that we have today. So, the Cenozoic era. This is the last era, and this will be the end of chapter 11.